this video we're going to show you how to create sketches and extrude shapes on previous shapes you've built. So once SolidWorks gets done launching here, we'll go and do that. We're going to start out making an 80 millimeter by 80 millimeter square, and we're going to extrude it 20 millimeters. So that'll be our first piece. Second piece, we'll get a triangle with two sides 50 millimeters and extrude it out 20 millimeters as well. And then we'll make a 25 millimeter by 25 millimeter square. So I'm going to open a new part. Going to verify that I really am in millimeters down here. I see that we're in mmgs, so that's good. I'm going to start my sketch in my front plane. So I'm going to open up a sketch in my front plane to get started. I'm going to create a rectangle shape. And this is going to eventually be an 80 millimeter, so 80 millimeter by 80 millimeter square. And then I want to go to features, and I want to extrude that by 20 millimeters. Say OK. So this is the basic shape I've made so far. And on SolidWorks, anytime you have a completely flat plane, you are able to use that as a base of a new sketch. So I'm going to click on the front side here, and this is where I'm going to make that right triangle whose legs were 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters. So with this front side of the sketch clicked, I'm going to click the sketch button and click Open a Sketch. So now I have a new sketch opened on the side here, and I can start here at the dot, and I'll go up. I'll go over and I'll come back. And I said I wanted to make the legs of this thing 50 millimeters. So this one will be 50, and this one down here will also be 50. And then I want to extrude that triangle out 20. Okay, so that's 20, so we say okay. So far our shape looks kind of like this. Now I'm going to open up one last sketch on the edge of the triangle. And I'm going to make a 25 millimeter by 25 millimeter square. So there's my basic square. I'm going to click with Smart Dimension and say be 25 millimeter by 25 millimeter. And then I want to extrude that out 20 as well. And so in the part 3 you guys are going to build, you'll do a similar process. You have different distances and different measurement values, but the shapes are kind of the same. So this should be an idea, give you an idea of how to get started on that. So we will stop this here and say that that works for that.